grit and determination.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg, it's Peter to throw first. Game on.
Here we go.
Alan Norris had early exits in his last 5 televised tournaments. World Championships, he went out in the last 32 against James Richardson. Players, he went out in the last 64. Group stages of the Grand Slam, lost early to Simon Whitlock in the European, and in the World Grand Prix to John Henderson, who had such a good run in that tournament.
58.
Peter Wright, well, here in this tournament, the Masters, in the last 3 years, he's got to the quarterfinals but no further. A.D. Lewis in 2015, and then the last couple of years, he's not going to have to endure it again, beaten by Phil Taylor.
Yeah, it's a strange one for Peter, isn't it? The last 5 years, only winning 3 times on this stage at Milton Keynes in the Masters.
60.
Certainly looking for a better return, really. Number 2 in the world.
Great start. Beautiful, beautiful. That was darts of the highest quality. His first TV major, of course, last year. Peter Wright, the UK Open. And that's a terrific response from Norris, other end of the bed.
Yeah, wonderful response. Everybody loves to see that when you return the maximum. Yeah, from Peter Wright's point of view, yes, he had a disappointing World Championships in terms of how far he got, but he has to look on last season as a lot of positives. Got his first TV title, won quite a few of the floor events and certainly the European Tour events.
33.
Well, he actually did well to get to the Worlds, didn't he? I mean, he'd been suffering from gallstones, which can be an absolutely agonising condition, I'm told. But he managed to get there. Well, is he going to get on tops? No, he needed double 18 there.
56.
Yes, a lot of players using the 2 double option nowadays, John. Didn't work on that occasion. Well, that's a poor first start. Went for treble 10 tops. Even the single 10 would have left 20 in tops.
14 ball. Here we go. Not to be. So, right to hold his throw, tops.
Yeah, a bit of a mess there from Norris, but he still had the opportunity at the bullseye. Couldn't quite hit it. Double 10. Here we go. Up and running. 1-0.
17 darter, the opening leg, and the hold of throw.
Oh, just chuntering a few words to himself there, wasn't he?
140.
Well, he knows he's got to be on his game. Alan Norris is a dangerous player. He's one of those players who can burn very hot indeed when he finds his range.
140.
Last made a quarter-final, Alan, in the Players' Championship in Barnsley back in August last year.
60.
Yeah, normally his floor play is pretty good. He's got himself into the top 16 of the world. That's a no mean feat.
81.
No, that's the breakthrough, isn't it? You see our cameramen watching on as ever.
100.
Good last one. No robotic throwing there.
$100.
Not quite taken off yet, Peter Wright. As ever, his wife has worked hard at producing the eye-catching hair design.
Took me 3 minutes to do mine.
As long as that.
140.
More like it. Tops if he returns. Norris is thrown under pressure.
Well, could give himself an opportunity. Bullseye maybe. Oh, treble 14 for tops. Oh, the opportunity was there. He's mad at himself.
So, is it going to be another leg, a break of throw for Peter Wright? Tops. It's not a bad marker. This time, surely. Oh!
Well, that second out there, when it hit the first one, it just dipped a little bit as it hit the board. That third one seemed to hit the second one and then go above it. May have been better to move over slightly.
Well, he pays the price as Alan Norris holds his throw in this race to 10, the last of our first round matches tonight. Winner of this one is going to be playing Raymond van Barneveld in the next round, who came through that tremendous first match of the evening against Dave Chisnell. Chisnell losing with a 106 plus average.
Yeah, that was an incredible match, really. Barney seemed to be in control for lots of that match, 7-3 up. Chisnell came back and Barney nicked it in the last leg.
Good game of darts, and it really was.
Well, it was a good start to the tournament and the night.
100.
Mensah scraped over against Michael Smith, and Rob Cross really cruised through against Ian White.
Throwing like a world champion, wasn't he? And showing that he is going to take some beating. The way the draw is actually structured for this, it means that in theory we could have a Rob Cross versus Michael van Gerwen final. That is voted at the PDC Awards dinner as the match of the year, that semi-final in the World Championship.
It was a fantastic match. Gave Rob Cross that opportunity in his first final, which he took.
43.
Didn't he play well?
Brilliantly. Well, Peter Wright not happy with that, unsurprisingly. 10-40 would help.
100.
Run with that one in.
97.
Yeah, you almost feel like you've missed an opportunity there. Tops. 2-1. 2-1 it is.
Nicely done. Again goes with throw.
Both these players would have been in the venue quite early, watching the rest of the proceedings, waiting for their moment on the stage. So they can't say they're rusty. Been in that practice room for quite a few hours.
When you're in the room practicing like that, Alan, how much do you actually follow what's going on the stage?
You always do. There's a TV in the corner. Don't always have the volume up, depending on who's commentating. I was going to say that, John.
I knew. I led with my chin on
I
that
do
one.
apologise.
They always listen to Pikey and they don't want to hear me, I know.
But yeah, everybody does their own thing, but the TV is there if you want to follow the game. Certainly for the next game on, you need to sort of keep your eye on it. And from a player's point of view, it's that last 30 minutes or so. You're practicing and warming up, but that last half an hour, that's when you get yourself psychologically ready for that walk on the big stage and do your business.
Who's going to get the first break? So far with darts, he needs a treble here and he's not got it, so now Wright with the opportunity to jump on that relatively poor visit and take control of this leg.
Yes, and you'll know it as well. Good adjustment. Can he stay in that same line? He certainly can.
Great last start. Hasn't got a huge target to go at, but he's put himself on a finish. And Norris looking as though he could well lose his throw here for the first time. Wright, the gambling favourite before it began, he's on a finish, 161.
Yeah, two sloppy visits for Norris. Well, he stayed up there. Didn't need to go for the 161. It can sometimes come back and bite you, but he's a long way ahead in the leg. For Norris's last two visits, he's managed to leave himself a finish, only just.
80 then for Wright. 20 the target. Needs another one. Nicely done. Tops for 3-1. Oh yes, good dart in the break of throw, the first one. And the number 2 seed now has the key advantage, wanting to hold his throw now as we go to the first mini break.
Yes, the 138 finish from Norris, which he left, was a tall order. Peter Wright extinguished that pretty quickly, hitting tops with the first dart.
100.
So we'll be feeling pretty good about things at the moment, but still this leg before the break can make the difference. 3-2 and 4-1. Alan Norris will be aware of that. He knows he had a poor leg in that last one on throw. Can he make amends? He doesn't look too happy at the moment though.
No, he needs to get off, doesn't he? He needs to get off stage, regroup and make a fresh start. And if he could somehow manage to engineer the opportunity of a break here, it would be a bonus the way he's playing. You see he's sort of really trying to psych himself up as he steps up to Oki there. And immediately a response, and a good response. That's more like it.
This is where them digging in moments make amends, John. You know you've not been playing particularly well, but if you can just dig in really hard as much as you can, particularly in this leg for Norris, you're going at the break 3-2. Knows he's not played well, but only one leg behind. He's got to do it again though. He's got to keep his eye on the score as well, 3-0-2. That's why he's gone for the 18s.
Beautifully done, filled it up. Brilliant, brilliant, and now he really is favourite to get an immediate break back.
Wonderful darts.
Hello. Oh, filling up Peter Wright.
Well, anything you can do. 3 treble 18s for Norris. Wright hits a maximum, but this one, oh, he went for 2 tops.
104 now is a must for Peter Wright. Norris poised on tops.
Well, moments, yeah.
Any treble would do. I think he's going to go 20s. Well, no, or is he? Maybe 18s.
Looks like he's going slightly to the right.
Good dart. Oh, he's missed the 18. He wanted that for double 16.
Well, that's the problem on the 18s, because if you hit the treble, you almost have to move slightly over, and he just hasn't put enough in it. He should have gone for 10 tops, though, in my view. Easier to say that after the effect.
So then, tops, double 10 for the break back, and he's got it. So Peter Wright pays for that, and you see the result. Alan Norris getting the immediate break back. So effectively, it's all gone to his, clawing his way back. So effectively, it's with the throw. Tight game, as I said before, some of their previous encounters have been.
Yeah, Norris will be feeling a lot better in terms of the scoreline. Certainly knows he hasn't yet got his A game up there on the stage. Still plenty of time.
When they met in the Grand Slam group stage, Norris missed a match dart to beat Peter, who had a 170 checkout on the way.
100.
Talking about Peter's successes, he got to the Grand Slam final, of course, losing to Michael van Gerwen, Premier League final as well, losing out to MVG, but in all he took 11 PDC titles through 2017. That's some record of consistency.
Yeah, he always gives himself a challenge. And remember, again, we mentioned the awards. He said on the awards, didn't he? He's giving himself a challenge of winning at least 15, 16 titles this year.
Well, he wants to be world #1, doesn't he? I mean, Rob Cross has said the same.
All 3 of them. You could have 3
Van
number
Gerwen.
1s.
Yeah, well, we're going to have whatever the way the year unfolds. I think we're going to have a terrific year of darts. You know, I mean, I know that those who promote it would say we're heading for the best year ever, but there's no reason to suspect that it's not going to be a vintage one.
No, I totally agree with you, John. I mean, obviously, the retirement of Phil Taylor, you know, we've lost one of the best players ever in the game. And all of a sudden, Rob Cross comes along and wins a world title.
Double 16. No, now that could be an important miss.
2 darts there for Norris. Could be costly. Peter single. He going for the, is it the treble? So double 18. Oh, lovely from Peter Wright.
3 breaks on the spin. Family Wright watching on. And he's got his nose ahead again.
There's a difficult one there for Norris. He clawed himself back into the match. 3-2 at the break. That was an opportunity to get level.
Oh, what a great 3 that is. 3 darts almost on the width of a drawing pin top.
There's no doubt that Peter Wright is at full throttle, but he's doing pretty good. 3 maximums. It's on average.
60.
4-2 ahead.
Yeah, he just looks as though he's moving into a higher gear here.
Good second.
100.
Happy with that visit, as you could see by the facial expression.
Cranked his average up over the 100 mark. It was a fairly slow start from Wright, but in the last leg or two he started scoring more heavily, and there you are, you see the disparity between them of a full 10 points now. More and more. Oh, great 3 again.
2 in the same leg. 41 after 9.
55.
9 double 16 he'll be looking at, I think. There's the 9. Oh, what a brilliant leg. That is a terrific leg of darts. An 11 darter, and he's 5-2 up.
Yeah, he almost stole the last one. That one was pure quality.
60.
2 maximums, 11 dart leg, on throw. Only give Alan Norris 9 darts at the board.
It's not happening for Big Alan. Needs to have a little bit of a moment of magic.
Yeah, starting to look pretty good, is Peter Wright.
Let's get that party started. I think it's underway. That's more like it.
It's only his second, hit 1 in the first leg. He's got to keep digging in there. Mentioned before about his grit and determination. Just needs to put a little bit more quality into each leg.
Wright's really scoring heavily and consistently now, though, and Norris knows it. He's having to find his best darts to try and repel the Suffolk-based Scot.
Well, there's plenty of the bed to aim at there. Doesn't quite get the second or third one in, so a good opportunity for Norris.
Great dart. Well, he needed another one for double 11. Can't do it now, so he's going to have to sit back and hope that Wright doesn't take 161.
Yeah, you can understand him going for the second treble there, following the first dart. Well, we've had a 167 from Cross. No 161 from Wright. You can hit the treble 20 here, we'll leave 56.
105.
Great last dart, wasn't it? Lovely adjustment. Norris then, 48. Tops. Double 10, big dart. And he's blown it. That, again, could hurt.
Well, it was a long way off again with the last dart there at double 10. You could see the determination in his face. He just couldn't get the accuracy he needed. One more. Oh, yes. Got the marker, got the double.
Yeah, 6 out of 11 now, 55% check-out rate, which is very healthy. He's averaging close to 102, and this is a good performance thus far for the number 2 seed.
Yeah, there's no doubt he'll be pretty happy with the way he's performed so far. He'll always say he can improve or I made a mistake here, but when you look at the match overall, he has to be pretty pleased.
123.
Crowd a little bit subdued. Maybe because it's not the closest of games.
58.
Or maybe because they're enjoying the hospitality, whatever.
Well, they certainly enjoy themselves. Plenty in fancy dress tonight.
140.
Quality again from Peter Wright. A 6th of 140 or more, add to that 4 180s, match average of over 103.
Yeah, he's got his consistent scoring boots on, hasn't he? He's there and thereabouts every throw. Alan has just not really put a good 10 or 12 minutes together. He's had his moments, but just not enough of them.
No, he's just being outscored. That's the most significant thing at the moment. There's 14 points between them.
It's a big gap, isn't it?
Massive.
125. 98.
So 98 for 7-2. He's got it. Double 19 going straight at it. Just the wrong side, but he will return.
Yeah, there was no messing there, was there, from the split? Straight for the double 19. Shows he's in a confident mood. Yeah, should go for 25 here. Leave the 170. Just in case.
Double 8 rights for 7-2. Double 4. Now. Yes, good dart, good nerve. Another important one for Peter Wright. 7-2. Break at the end of this leg, and he looks in firm control.
Yeah, he did want to be ending up coming back for that double 1. I don't know what can happen there. Didn't want to throw the leg away because he was so far in front. He's looking good. It's Peter Wright, his number 2 seed.
Big favourites, and looking as though he's going to return any investment which has been made on his capabilities tonight. Overall favourite for the title, incidentally, before play began, was Michael van Gerwen at around about, well, you could get 5 to 6 at best, but in some places as short as 11 to 8 on.
Yes, you can understand that, can't you? You know, despite that World Championships, he's still the reigning champion here, still the world number 1, and still probably the best player in the world still.
And looking for his 4th consecutive title here. Michael van Gerwen in action. One of the matches we'll be bringing you tomorrow, up against Kim Huybrechts. Be sure to join us once again at 7 o'clock for more darting action on ITV4.
41.
Sloppy visit there from Peter Wright.
So is it going to be 8-2 or 7-3? Norris doesn't win this leg, it's just about call a taxi time.
Again, drifting over to the left. Both players have gone off the boil on the scoring stakes. Good recovery with the last one.
161.
Right, 161. We know the way he's going to try and do it. Treble 21st, and it's not going to happen, so Wright with the chance of another break of throw.
55.
Well, I'd love the old shout of bull, 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 but I don't think it'll happen. 2 treble 20s. If he hits the first one, he may stay there. Well, he hasn't done, so he's just looking at a decent setup.
I've never actually seen that done in a match. Bull, bull, bull. 106 then for Norris.
Has to get it.
He's got it. There's the 6 for tops.
86.
Dragged it south.
When you're on the receiving end of legs, and then you do get an opportunity, just almost seems like the double's smaller. Playing mind games with you. 9 for tops.
No, and he also drags it south of the target. So both on double 10. Norris to have first go. Needs this to hold his throw, maybe to keep his chances alive. Double 5. Yes, good dart. Good dart, an important dart. And he still has a glimmer of hope. Peter Wright, though, the big favourite, leaves the number 2 seed. And he leaves the stage leading.
Game on.
Wright just needing 3 more to take his place in the next round and put himself into a quarter-final battle with Raymond van Barneveld.
Yes, Alan Norris losing them sessions 3-2 and 4-1. But leg 6 for me was the chance, really. Got himself 3-2 at the break and had 2 darts at the double in leg 6 to get back to 3-3.
What a great way to come back. First maximum of this particular leg and his 3rd of the match. And will Norris be able to keep the pressure on now and force a break? We've had 1 maximum, 1 180. Can he find another?
That's a good start. But more importantly, he just needs to get a little bit more consistency into his scoring, and then maybe chip away at the scoreline.
Yeah, the difference between them in terms of averages is still around about the 10 mark. A little bit more than that. No, it's just on 10 at the moment. It's been wider than that for much of the match. Norris needs to step it up. Average of 90 tends not to win you very much.
Well, no, and case there where he's been scoring well in this leg and all of a sudden drifts into the 5. He recovered slightly with the trouble with the last dart.
135.
But he's in danger.
Alan, you require 136.
8-3 down.
Well, he was favourite to win this leg, and suddenly he's up against it, but that's a great dart. Well, he needed another one for double 8, and he's annoyed at that.
You require 66.
And he's got options here. Looks like treble 10, double 18. Well, he's gone for the bull for double 8, so 9 for double 16. For 8-3. 8-3 it is. Yes, he liked that one.
So I think it's Alan to throw first. Game on.
Well, straight away, the hopes of a Norris comeback, well, not totally snuffed out, but repelled. And you can see straight away that it has an impact on Norris's throw.
Yes, when you're in his position and your back's against the wall, you know you've not played particularly well all the way through the match with no consistency. You've had your moments, but it seems to keep dragging you down as the match progresses.
It's very warm up there, Alan, doesn't he? Bit of tension, maybe contributing.
140.
It's a good visit.
A little bit more rhythm there. I'm pretty sure he'll keep digging in. He knows he hasn't performed to the capabilities we know he can. He'll be pretty much aware of that.
40.
Just 2 more legs needed for Peter Wright.
That's unlucky.
50.
And he's not happy with the visit, but he was unlucky there too just on the left-hand side of the treble 20 there on the wire of the 5.
Peter Wright looking to maintain his 100% record against Alan Norris.
60.
Look of anguish there from Peter.
Standard just dropping momentarily for both men. Now Norris trying to get back in the groove.
81.
And again, and when Alan Norris does have a loose dart here and there, he gives himself a really hard time, doesn't he? Looking up to the heavens and the shake of the head.
That is his 5th 180. And he's moving inexorably, it would seem, towards victory. So 81, this is for the break of throw.
Yes, and putting one leg away. Treble 19 for double 12. For 9-3. Double 6. Norris waiting on the 100. And he will get an opportunity.
I don't think he'd have expected that. I think he would have anticipated Wright taking that one out. But you never know in darts. So 20 is the target. Treble 20 is looking at. He's got it. Now tops. Got to take this. He's missed it, and that might be the end of things just about.
Yeah, he's struggling there with himself. He's Alan Norris, his own thoughts. He knows he's not played well. The opportunities arise and they go away very, very quickly. Bottom of the board. Ooh.
Oh, I tell you what, you can't be a lot nearer in its day out. Peter Wright looking accusingly at his darts. Double 10, and Alan Norris, despite everything which happened in that leg, manages to squeeze home and hold his throw. Pulls one back, 8-4.
Yeah, Wright still in a fabulous position. Alan Norris has got to be thinking here, well, I've not played well, surely at some point I'm going to have a purple patch.
140.
Nick that leg there, it has to be now, really.
Peter Wright's family, you were seeing there, sitting in the VIP area.
58.
Just needs 2 holds of throw, and it's his victory. I don't think any of the players are too keen on being last on, are they? It can be a long wait.
Yes, you kind of know approximately what time you're on, but just don't know how the rest of the matches are going to progress. You know, they could all go 10-9, they could all go, you know, 10-1, 10-2. So you can only really analyse it when you're halfway through the game before you're on.
And he's looking down the board here, trying to make sure that he leaves himself on a finish. And it does.
Trouble 19.
Just about.
Well, Trouble 19 would have left 170.
Yeah.
That's why he went for the 19 route.
94.
Back up to the 20s. Surprised he went for the second dart in the 18s when he went back to 20 with the third.
For 9-4, 84. Treble 14. Well, he goes 16-16. A showboating way to take a leg. Although, if you said it to him, he'd probably just say, well, it's the biggest target, John.
Well, if you analyse it really, 2 darts in a big double, and you're throwing for the same one, you're following your second dart rather. It's probably not a bad way of going.
Double 8 then for 9-4. Yes, there we go. Peter Wright only needs 1 more now. And he will maintain this 100% record, looking for a 3rd televised victory over Alan Norris.
Yes, he messed up the previous leg, but there's certainly no drama in that one there. It was pretty clinical.
It's been a fairly straightforward victory, really, hasn't it? He's never, from an early stage, there were 3 breaks to throw on the spin, but since then he's been in control.
Yeah, it's a strange one, because Alan Norris hit a maximum in the very first leg of the match and had 1 dart at the ball.
There's his 4th.
And you look back at matches and you think, well, could have changed the game, but he just hasn't looked like the Alan Norris that we know can play so well. That's why he's got in the top 16, let's be fair.
Well, you don't get in the top 16 by accident, do you? He's had 1 maximum, and look at this now.
140.
1080, 1040, back to back.
Well, by far, at this moment, his best leg of the match.
Doubles, he's only had 4 out of 15. Let's see if he can get himself onto a double and tuck this one away. Bullseye.
46.
Well, it seems strange that he went for the 18 and he was going to go for the Big Ten anyway, but that's his decision. He was just making sure he left tops when he returned.
85.
Well, tops it is, and Peter Wright back on 116, so it should be a Norris leg.
Well, he's doing the hokey cokey.
Is he going to go and pick his dart up there? Double 15, he's missed that as well. Well, what was all that about?
He just lost the plot for a moment there.
16.
I don't think he realised it was in, because it wasn't that close, I don't think.
Great dart. Could be the moment. Double top for the match.
96.
After that mess in the previous visit from Alan, he's got a chance to make amends. Double 4. That was better. Getting the double at the first opportunity.
Sneaked it in, and so manages to stay alive, but now Wright with the darts. He'd be happy with a nice 15 darter here just to close it out. Maybe he can do something better. Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, when you want 1 more leg to win a match and you start on throw with a maximum, makes you feel pretty good.
41.
And Alan Norris looking a little bit dispirited as he collects his darts. Wright with one maximum. Not to be on this occasion. You could see by the reaction when it didn't go in the treble 20, he was thinking of the grandstand finish.
Yes, it's usually on that second visit. If you can keep that hope alive, that's when you start thinking about it.
So still advantage Wright.
He'll just keep pretty steady in this leg.
100.
Leave himself a finish, and whatever Alan Norris hits here, he can't.
So 164, is it going to be a spectacular end for Peter Wright? Doesn't have to go for it. Having said that, it's a 6-dart finish.
He's a showman.
Not this time.
No, not to be. Should stay there.
Great dance.
140.
Yeah, wonderful leave. Well, analyse the match. He's been pretty solid. Just under the 100 average as Alan Norris looks for another maximum.
140.
The most important thing is getting the win.
Can it be now? Double 12. That's a great marker. And beautifully done. Peter Wright gets through, beats Alan Norris, who didn't really produce anything like the darts that we know he's capable of showing. Peter Wright, very solid, averaging nearly 98 and taking it, and so going through to the next round and a match against Raymond van Barneveld. Peter Wright wins it, two great mates.